Well, a Florida man has been formally indicted this week for committing an unusual crime back in the summertime. And sometimes you hear a story and you think this may be a harbinger, a sign of things to come. 51-year-old Wendell Goney shot down a police drone back in July. Deputies in Lake County, Florida, responded to a burglary call in Mount Dora. The crime scene was a 10-acre property. So the deputies couldn't cover all 10 acres. They sent up their drone. Well, Wendell lives nearby and sprung into action. He said, "That drone's harassing me," pulled out his .22 rifle and blew it out of the sky.
Dave predicted this.
Dave did.
When drones became a thing, 8 years ago? I mean, a thing where people...
Just toys and such mostly?
People were getting drones, and Dave said, there'll be some problems with these because they'll be where people don't want them, staring down on sunbathers.
Well, that's what I'd use it for. I mean, pick your battles.
Staring down, those types on other people's property. Like if you're hovering above somebody's house, are you invading their space? And Dave even said somebody's going to shoot one of these out of the sky.
Yeah.
And it has happened.
It has. Mm-hmm. You're right.
Now here it is, right here.
So unfortunately, as fate would have it, this particular Wendell is a convicted felon. He's not supposed to have weapons. He has 29 felony convictions. 29.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Wow.
I thought it was a misprint.
He's got at least 122.
Yeah. So he confessed to the shooting, to his credit, but he said again it was harassing me. So with the gun charge and the destruction of an aircraft charge, he could max do 30 years in prison.
What are the rules on where a drone can go? We've probably talked about this, but
we have it. It's been a while. I don't know if you own like your property up to the sky or not.
I don't either.
You have to register them supposedly with, I don't know if it's with the FAA or the
I think you're right.
Local government, but they're supposed to have a registration number, just like an airplane.
Yes.
And then after that, I don't know where they can and can't, or what the guidebook is. I mean, can you fly them in Washington D.C.?
I don't doubt it.
I think so.
Too. If I'm sunbathing, and I do from time to time, if I'm out, whatever, bronzing, and put out the back.
Well, if there's one thing Ellie's learned over the years is that chicks dig muscles.
That's right.
But the only thing they dig more is tan muscle.
That's right. So when I, put it on display out there in the afternoon in summer.
Excuse me.
Jack LaLanne.
Yeah. Well, I go a little Jack LaLanne out there.
That's what it is.
And I'm out on the back patio. Can a drone go over top of me and shoot me?
I can't remember what the rules are.
I can't either.
I don't know what the footage is. How many feet they can.
Yeah, how many feet?
I don't think they could come 100 feet above you and do it. But
that is annoying. I mean, he's right. I mean, I know he shouldn't have shot it out of the air, but he says it was harassing him.
I don't know if you know from looking at it if it's a law enforcement drone. I mean, even if it has a badge painted on the side, they're kind of small.
They paint them black and white.
They are small. You wouldn't. I wouldn't think.
I'm surprised we don't see more of them. I'm surprised we don't see more of them over sporting events or festivals that are, like 20 or 30 of them.
Yeah, I am too. Well, I tell you what they're used for really well. Like when we sold the house a year ago, drone shots from above.
Absolutely.
Showing the property, showing that kind of thing. That's
production companies seem to use them more than anybody.
Yeah, and like wedding photographers, event photographers.
Michael, you're talking about the rules of having a drone. If I'm sunbathing, can one hover over my house and get shots of me?
Well, legally, yes. You can fly over just about anybody's property. It doesn't restrict you there. What it does restrict you to is flying over sporting events, stadiums, and stuff like that.
Oh, it does. Like what Dave was saying, over a stadium, because you would have like 30 of them up there. Do you have a drone yourself?
I have 3 drones, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
How many of them have you crashed?
1.
Yeah.
Everybody crashes the first one.
What do you use them for mostly? Photography?
Photography, recreation. I'm not into it for making money with them, so... But I do know that all drones over a certain weight have to be registered with the FAA.
Yeah. Do you ever fly up and down the beach? Is that legal? I mean, does the beach belong to everybody?
It's legal, yes. And there are some places that you have to get FAA authorization to fly, and they will give it to you in certain places.
Okay. My wife wants one.
Your wife.
Yeah, she's into photography and video, and she has mentioned a time or two that she wants a drone.
Have you tamped it down, or you just kind of let her talk?
I let her talk. That's what I did a lot of times. Thank you very much, Michael.
I was going to ask how long it took you to shoot down her dreams.
Well,
or you're playing the long game on this one.
Yeah, long game.
Let it peter out.
Yep. It's like. Well, we have a photo booth. We have photo booth equipment.
Oh yeah.
I lost that battle, and that was one where she said, I want to buy a photo booth
with all the props and such that go along with it, and then
is that for an extra source of income?
Yes, she said, I'm going to rent myself out to go to weddings and parties and this and that and set up a photo booth.
And COVID hit.
Yeah, but it wasn't really COVID that took us out of our photo booth.
Bad marketing? No marketing.
That's one of those times the real you showed up. What you can do with a photo booth.
She said, I'll show you. I'll buy the photo booth. All of a sudden, now we got a photo booth collecting dust. Okay.
Do you think, obviously, this is a deep-seated argument between the two of you, and you kind of, or you're going to hold this over her head for a long time. Do you think she resents you for not marketing it better, since you're sort of in the advertising world?
It's possible.
Well, she should have known from the voiceover experience.
All right, that was my next thing to bring up. She's got me on voiceover. Okay, I tried that for a time.
I think you both bought stuff and thought people would come running.
Yes, we did.
You got to put it out there.
That's right. It was like I marketed myself to do voiceover.
As a voiceover talent,
right? The problem is there are other voices that are better, apparently, because other voices are doing.
Turn on your TV, turn on your radio, any other station, you'll hear them.
That's right. If you, yes, you will not hear my voice really anywhere else, but other people are doing these jobs, and I'm not, unfortunately. So I can't say anything about her photo booth equipment because
Is it still in the home, or she sold it?
Oh, it's still in the home. We'll bring it back out for the Super Bowl party.
Nobody buys used photo booth equipment.
We did. We bought used photo booth equipment.
The kids will get that.
So when she talks about drone, I'm playing the long game, as you said.
I think that's the wiser course of action. Don't try to shoot it down, because then she'll buy one to spite you.
Exactly.
The video from drone's very impressive. I think the hard part's learning to fly the damn thing.
Yeah.
The other thing she wants is a pool, and I just sit and let her talk for a while, and then it goes away.
I think you'll soften on that one.
I'm not buying a pool. No, too expensive, and I think it lowers your property value. I think people look at a house with a pool and go, I don't want that, more than they want that.
It depends on the price range.
I suppose.
Is buying a used photo booth like buying a boat? Like the best day of your life is when you buy it, but the second best day is when you sell it?
For me, no.
We're halfway there.
For me,
will the second best day of your life be when you sell it?
All it was to me was a big pain in the butt to get into the house, to move, to store, all of those things. I knew when we bought it. I knew when she said, I'm going to rent myself out and go. I thought to myself, that is never happening. My mistake was, I voiced that. And I said, that is not going to happen. She goes, watch me. And then she did it. I'm still watching.
At least you have pictures of yourself doing it.
Okay, right. With a big mustache on.
and a feather boa.
Oversized sunglasses.
It'll be fun posing your lifeless body. Once she murders you. And,
yeah. We get
to you finally make Dateline.
The photo pretty sure it was her, Chief.
This sick individual took photographs after the crime scene, posing the victim with oversized sunglasses and an exaggerated mustache.
Here he is. He's holding a sign that says "Ready to Partay." Yeah.
Blood around me.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, at first we did a lot of it too. We did a lot in the house only. It was like, here, put on this sombrero. All right. And we did a lot. I mean, a lot. And my son was like, I'm not doing this again. And she'd go, you get over here and wrap yourself in that, it'd be like a pink feather boa, And he's lined up in it. And it's just, finally, I was just like, we gotta stop this. We gotta have either other people do this or put it away. We brought it out at the Super Bowl gathering once.
That was fun.
Then COVID did hit.
Yeah.
The problem. So she's ready to rent herself out again, I think, for small parties.
Will she take pictures as well?
Yeah, she does take the pictures.
Okay.
She does that, yeah.
Maybe she could rent it out as a COVID testing booth.
Yeah.
Yeah, run it out to Walgreens and let people get their shots.
I mean, if you go
Everybody
by, you'll
handle all
see
the same props.
Yes,
Yeah, about the same.
Same props, right?
Are you
It's
here
not
for
a
the?
bad idea. Take
Are
a
you here
shot
for
and get
the Kiss Me I'm Irish pictures? No, I'm here for a COVID test. Oh, all right, come on.
I'm with sexy.